being appended, and it's Rose Ngwenya. Rose Ngwenya there being brought down. He's an attacking midfielder, and the guilty one is Marvin Spanda, the man that used to play his football in America but has now come home. In the early stages, Dalubuche, remember, he used to find it difficult communications with the other team members. He had a bit of an accent and also couldn't understand some of the vernacular his friends were speaking, but now looks like getting much better.
Yeah, quite fluent communicator, and interesting things.
As Dynamos, not clinical, Dalu. They could have done something with that ball. As the Nigerian bring it to Andrew Beba, much to the applause of the crowds here. 29 minutes were played. It's still Highlanders 1 and Dynamos 0. First corner kick for Dynamos.
Yeah, first corner kick for Highlanders.
Yeah, you can see from the VIP stands, Highlanders supporters.
Benjamin down there, and that should be worrying for the Highlanders faithfuls, because yes, he's a big striker and very creative. As he tried to take that shot there, he had a clash with Isaka Mohammed, and unfortunately getting himself injured there.
In the process, breathing in agony, as Dynamos, Ngwenya and Nyawa having a bit of a tear-a-tear. Crowds, they've come in their numbers. Dynamos as well there. Slender. Confirmation of that goal from Brian Mlochwa. Beautiful set piece sent into the box by Andrew Mbeba, the captain for the vice captain for Highlanders, sending their crowds to delirium. Their coach De Jong urging the supporters as well.
Really animated, De Jong.
Definitely animated, as that corner kick will now come from Marvin Spanda from the near side. Comes into the box. Dynamos does well to smoother it, as Arthur heads it away for a goal kick, for a throw in. Brian Mlochwa, jersey number 6, confirmation of that 17th goal that Highlanders enjoy. Just gone past the half-hour mark, Dalu, and Jussi, and it's Rawuj coming in, finds the Nigerian. This time not so clinical, Dalu, as Dynamos shepherds for a goal kick. Jussi.
Yeah, looks like the big man up front there is doing so well, giving some sorts of problems.
Of course,
for Dynamos defense.
Our producer, executive producer for ZBC, Classic 263, Hilton Mavise there in the crowd. Dynamos, some very dangerous play at the back there.
I think they're not settled. They're not settled at the back. They're always busy.
That goal got the jitteries out of Dynamos. As Shadrach Nyawa will clean up. Dynamos making a foray up front. Leroy Mavunga coming up with a cross. But Dynamos clearing, Highlanders clearing rather. Isak finding it difficult to hold on to that one, as Highlanders will now come. But having gone to the defense, there is Abel Kwatito doing quite well to clear there. Nyawa in possession. Riding that tackle there was Emmanuel Jalai, as Rawuj dribbles and Svanda obliges, but the referee, the far assistant referee, are judging that it was a throw-in. I ask myself sometimes, guys, where would the crowds have seen the throw-in from Soweto end, from a line that runs parallel with where they are sitting?
Usually, the supporters, the ball doesn't go out for the supporters. So they always want, it's always in for them, especially against their team, it's always in. So that's why, they had to roar, because they were really furious with the linesmen over there. But I think it's a good call. Very close though, but it's a good call.
Beautiful switch to Emmanuel Jalai. Can he bring in a sumptuous cross? Trying to beat one man, one too many, but Highlanders will smoother that one. With Svanda there. That's Marvin Svanda. Bringing it back to Andrew Mbeva. Switching it to the Nigerian there. Benjamin comes in with a cross, but this one is well dealt with by Tafire Musa. Delbuche, we have almost 10 minutes before we go to the breather. Once again, I'll ask the same question I asked Jassy, Chief, that do you think Dynamos could try and respond before the breather? You, Dalubuche?
Yeah, well, if they organize very well, because look at how Kwatizo is getting those crosses inside that box. They need to have a dedicated striker inside that box. Yes, Gyros is there, but he doesn't have that aerial presence. So you really need to put somebody who is a bit physical there. And look at the attack that we are talking about, the organization at the back.
Organization from Highlanders, but this time around, the men could not go anywhere. They don't like this exware at the moment. Mandela Skobokobo is a comedian in the city of Kings. He's also part of the crowds here. Dalubuche, the industry that I have seen from Abel Kwatizo and also Ross Ngwenya, it's been very good for Dynamos.
Oh, most definitely. They are working those channels very well. And also Nyahwa, we need to put a very special mention to him. He's the creative one. He is the playmaker at Dynamos. But a disappointment for me a bit is Jairus Kasondo. Yes, we know he has got the niche of scoring goals, but he doesn't seem to be quite involved because he's really under lock and key from Brian Molocho. And Brian is really man-marking him and is not really giving him that kind of space. But as a top striker, you need to create your own space. You need. So it's quite interesting also that we've had no shot at goal from Dynamos Football Club. Errol Svanda is still dry, no sweat at all. So yeah, they need to get into that final third and take those shots at goal, Pradeep.
Take those shots at goals. We have 9 minutes before we go to the breather. And Highlanders are enjoying the supremacy. And I'm sure with this win against Dynamos, if they do go on to win, they will definitely, beautiful play from Chalai there. They will definitely go a long way. Yeah. What I also like, Jassy, about this young man is his loyalty to the club. While others were going to the greener pastures, he decided to stay on board and steer the ship, and he's almost tried to do so. And I'm sure if Dynamos survive the chop, he is definitely one of those people that would have given account as Dynamos come in now. The crowd, it's a goal! Dalubuche Gyros Kasondo. You are still talking about him, Dalu, and he scores for Dynamos. Kimbare Dile scoring here at Babafu Stadium to bring parity into this game. The ball boy does not like it, Dalu.
Gyros Kasondo, like I was just saying, he needed to be in that box. And you know, I told you he has a niche of scoring those goals. And just guess what? He has just done that, equalizing for Dynamos. But for me, Errol Svanda should have done better.
But
look at that 10.
Took a deflection.
Pick up the sport.
Took a deflection, Dalu.
Oh yes,
so that's
deflection.
why.
Look at that 10. Picks up the spot And unfortunately, that deflection on, I think it's on Casson.
Missiles raining in. Well, not too sure why, but confirmation of that goal from Jairus Kasondo. He has had so many important goals for Dynamos. And Jesse, you can see the vice chairperson at Highlanders, that's Fiso, not liking it, and opposite reaction from the Dynamos with their song, breaking into song. Before the breather, they score this one, which is very important for them. That is the Dynamos Football Club. Chimene there, not too sure which Highlanders player is on the ground there, but it's a Peter Rausch rather, and the Dynamo supporters there loving every moment of this loyal Nika for Highlanders. Medic just attending to Rausch. Well, just want to hear a description from Jassi of that goal that Dynamos equalizes there.
It was just after Dalu was talking about the shot at goal. And luckily,
the first one.
Probably the first one. Actually, the first one. And I think there you can see closely. I also have noticed what is also affecting the players. You know, I think the tape is a little bit thick. Yeah, they are not moving. The ball is not moving. You find many times they are trying to push and try to roll, but it is staying behind. Then that's where it resulted to an injury to Rouse there. But for Kasondo's goal, I think that deflection played a part very well. It was a good shot at goal. I think Aria was on point, although it just deflected and went into the net. It's important, you know, to at least responding. Yeah, and Dynamos responded, and you can see the crowd is up and singing their usual Rufaro Stadium songs there, Dalu.
Yeah, quite an important foreign game. But across town, Cape United and Manica still 0-0. Here at Field Stadium, it's Highlanders 1 and Dynamos.
Dalubusha, they almost got it in the second ask again. Well, Dynamos seems to be on the roll in the last 9 minutes remaining, or rather 5 minutes remaining in this first half, Dalubusha. Justin.
Yeah, that's a very important goal for Dynamos, and it really boosts that morale. And Jairus has got this niche of scoring goals. Remember, he was the man again guilty at Cape United. Really giving them a torrid time. And he has done it again here at Highlanders.
Well, he's done it, Dalubushe. One interesting thing about the crowds, they keep quiet when their chips are a bit down. You just need your Highlanders crowds to also come back. Can you hear the noise coming from the Mpilo end? And that is the Dynamos crowds singing Sianai Nayo Dimbare. They definitely were excited by that goal that was scored by Jairus Kasondo, doing quite well and making sure that he restores parity in this game, Daniel.
Yeah, this is the euphoria that we want in a stadium and in a game of this magnitude. Remember, midweek I said to you, we need at least a scoring draw.
Well,
so now we've seen two beautiful goals, and both fans have celebrated. Now, whoever wants it more will get it.
Jesse, do you think they must just call it a game now?
You know, in terms of positions on the log, both sides are not safe. Obviously, there should be a winner, but you know, the big clubs and the such derbies, you know, anything can happen, and especially I'm worried, especially when you get to this point, it's a 1-1 draw. Each and everyone should now pick their games, because whoever is going to score now will finish the game.
Will definitely finish the game. I don't see more than 2-1 scoring if this happens, or we might even go to another 2-all draw. But in terms of this is a tightly contested game, Dalubuche, and it gives the two teams that opportunity as Rauji breaks loose on the right, and Highlanders almost embarrassed Dynamos as Leroy Mavunga breaks loose. But Mbeba does quite well to backpedal and win it. Win a throw in. Peter de Jong remonstrating with the fourth official, being told to leave the ball alone. I don't know why he always picks to have a bit of a tiff with the officials. And Tyne Mube does not help the situation because of that. Wouldn't be surprised. I think Timene must just flash some cards to some of these officials.
Yeah, most definitely, Pradev. Remember, I've spoken so much about the behavior of De Jong.
Miscue from Highlanders. Dynamo still with Jalai with a shot, but this one is at the goalkeeper. So the two gentlemen doing analysis today were talking about the lack of those goals bound by Dynamos on shots on target. But Dynamos lately have just been shooting at goal for fun.
Kwatidzo, the most creative player, and look at how he works that channel.
To Mavunga, can he get into the box? Mavunga Ross does quite well. Danu, oh, Jalai comes, but this one is up to the mountains. Looked like almost a goal, but didn't cross the line. Danu. Oh wow, they love it. The crowds love it.
Did it cross the line?
Beautiful play. Brian Jobu being roasted there as they clear their lines. That is a Dynamos, but not so quiet.
I think this is what the fans paid for, Pradev.
Exactly.
End-to-end action, and both teams are really getting at each other nicely.
So we've played 45 minutes in this encounter. It's Highlanders 1, Dynamos 1. Peter de Jong with his technical team, I'm sure maybe they could not swallow the bitter pill of that equalizer, as we are about to see how much added time is going to be given, and we'll be hearing from our touchline team, and we'll be crossing over to the studios in a few minutes. Charles Mabika will be telling us their thoughts out there at the studio. Highlanders 1, Dynamos 1. We cannot see the added time that has been given. The amount of added time, I'm sure 2-3 minutes should suffice in this one. Pride Tafire Mutsa asking his lads to go up front. But for me, maybe let me go to Jassy. What do you think in this game? Would Denver Mkamba play a crucial role if he does come into this game to get himself involved in the game this afternoon?
Yeah, I think he usually plays a role, especially in terms of, he's the crowd favorite.
Abel Kwatidzo battling it out there. Dynamos believing that they could do something in this game. Beautiful interchange of plays. Where was this Dynamos all along when they were losing for fun? But today, Dynamos is just that beast that has been unleashed at Barberful Stadium, as 2 minutes have gone up of the added time, and Chimene blows to end the first 45 minutes. Quickly, Dalu, before we go to the studios to join our studio team.
Last week, I'd said it was done when Scotland scored. And here today I'm saying this is the beginning of the fun. Because both teams are really going at each other. Beautiful goal from Jaros Kasondo and a beautiful goal from Brian Mlocha. Let's see what they have in store for us at second half.
Well, Jassy, your last comments for the first 45?
I think fair enough. What a game. Both on the field and outside. The fans are rising up. I also, the middle in the men, he has done well so far so good in the first half, and it's been interesting.
It's been interesting, definitely. As you can see, the technical team at Highlanders just talking about a few things. So at this point in time, we cross over to our studios for more analysis of this particular game. So far so good in terms of fan value at Barberfield Stadium.
Then at Emagumeni, and what a match. Many thanks to the three colleagues in the commentary box. Dave Simba, flanked by Chief Justice Majavi and Dalubushle Bebe. 1-1, Brian Mulochwa drawing first blood for Highlanders. They took off like a Usain Bolt from the starting blocks. Highlanders all over Dynamos in the first 10 minutes or so. But Dynamos weathered the storm, and as it gradually grew the game, Dynamos took command. And it wasn't surprising after Jairus Kasondo deceived Ariel Sibanda with that brilliant shot to make it 1-1. Well. Yes, this is the mother of all battles. The two sides who have been dominant in Zimbabwe football are coming yet again face to face. And do you know what? Next weekend, they come face to face again, this time at Rufaro Stadium, Kumbiles, in the Chibuku Super Cup semi-final. But before we can look at that semi-final, this one here, the first 45 minutes, we've enjoyed it. I'm sure you have enjoyed it. I'll tell you a man who has enjoyed it, especially, is Dynamo's patron, the Honorable Webster Shamu, who is watching right now. He's watching at home and really enjoy. I had a call from him and he said, Dimbare, Tino winner. You know, that's what he told me. So you must have enjoyed that equalizer, Honorable. You must have enjoyed it. Right, Uche, Achiford Mundava is still beside me. Remember, Archie had focused a 1-0 win for Dimbare, and I had focused a 1-0 win for Highlanders. So which means Chibanzi, mwanomda atasina Chibanzi, tabuda mchibanzi. Uche, tabuda mchibanzi.
Legendary. But if we read this way, you predicted that
Yep.
Prince Tafire Musa there,
Yeah.
saving the day for Dynamos.
Yes, Highlanders took off wildly, you know.
But the Dynamos defense was a bit static. They were ball watching.
This one, yeah.
Yes, because you know at CNN, when the ball is coming, the ball is the weapon. And if you're a defender, you have to intercept the ball because you don't know what's behind you.
That's right.
But the defense just left that ball. And the player ghosting that lightning speed and connecting.
That's
and
right.
it made the difference.
Yep.
And then Dynamos coming back into the game, deceiving also the goalkeeper there.
Yeah.
That is Ariel Sibanda. No, he saw the momentum going the right way and he thought he's going to fire straight
All right.
to that far post.
Yep.
But the striker had other ideas. He then managed to hit where the goalkeeper is running away from.
Yeah, just look at this. That was Dynamos were piling on the pressure after that one. They could have made it 2-1, Uche, but Emmanuel Jalai fluffed it. But boy, the Dynamo's man who is a tormentor in chief is Leroy Mavunga. He hasn't been playing so well in the last couple of days, but boy, has he been tormenting the Highlanders defense.
Rightly so, CNN, and especially via that left channel. And even if you look at that ball, it also came via the left channel. So what Dynamos are now doing, they are saying that the ball artistry as well as the ball wizardry of Leroy Mavunga is confusing the Highlanders rear guard. So they are now employing an overload principle where you see even Kasondo, though he's the gunman, he's slightly sliding to the left so that that overload will then give the Highlanders rear guard torrid time. Kudos to Mavunga. For me, my man of the match so far for Dynamos, and that connection,
that goal again,
that connection there, just a slight nudge, just a slight touch, legendary, and the ball is in.
But Uche, we got to talk about the delivery from impressive captain Andrew Mbeba. I mean, it was curling, it was beautiful, and Brian Mulochwa did justice to that one. A sweet opener by Highlanders, and they could have made it 2-1 straight after that. But I think Prince Tafire Musa came to the rescue yet once again to Dinamo Dimbare. He has been doing all these past matches. But then came the Jairus Kasondo, and what a brilliant individual effort. Oh boy, you got to stand up and applaud this one.
Yeah, legendary Kasondo there for me. That's a ground-to-air missile. Was struck with military precision because he just read the goalkeeper.
Zorabata.
Zorabata.
Zorabata. That's what they are probably singing, those players. Anybody? Timbare, Zorabata, and the fans are Bargu Sekerera. They are Sekerera ring. That's not proper English, you scholars. Sekerera ring is not proper English. No for Irambara. Oganyora Sekerera ring. It's laughing, or is it chuckling? I think chuckling is chuckling is Sekerera. Right? Okay. I got that one right. But what a match. Every time these two sides meet, we always, the tension is there, the competitiveness is there, and everything. The crowds are there, and it's no exception. Magumeni, not really full, but I think almost filled to the rafters. And Highlanders taking the lead and Dynamos getting the equalizer. I mean, if the truth be told, Dynamos they've had more chances at goal than Highlanders. So I think if we were to say the first half, who does it belong to? I think the Dynamos fans will be up and about. I think it has belonged to your team. But you never know, because the second half, that's why there are two halves. You never know. Usually it's one half to Team A and the other half to Team B. So Highlanders might come back with both pistols loaded, and Uche, the second half, promises to be explosive.
Yeah, legendary. In a game of football, we always say the second half is for the coaches, because at the interval, they are regrouping, reorienting, re-strategizing, looking at the mistakes they have made and also correcting them. But like you said earlier on, the first half obviously belonging to Dynamos. We will see how Highlanders will reorient. But if Dynamos continue on that momentum, then they can take this one.
Right, okay, get ready. Once again, pumped up. We are going back to Emagumeni, to Baba Fields. Ibozo 1, Dinamo Dimbare 1. Let's rejoin Dave Simba and Chief Justice Majavi and Dalubutle Bebe. We'll be talking to you at the end of the night. Right, okay, we haven't, we will be crossing over shortly. The guys are not ready for us yet. So, Uche, what do you think in the second half? Let's start with Peter de Jong as the home team's coach. What do you think he is planning for the second half?
If you look at the formation, 4-4-2 for Highlanders, I think the right side of defense is being overloaded. I think he needs to shift to a 4-3-3.
Which just let me bury him. These guys live so dangerously, don't they?
But CNN, legendary. I think the security must also assist. This is a very big game, battle of Zimbabwe.
Yeah. And just tell him to climb down from there.
Yes. Security must get it, because we don't want to lose a life because of happiness.
A long time ago, which there was very sad. I'll tell you, a long time ago, there was a fan at Rufaro Stadium. A long time ago, he was watching outside, and he was in a tree, and he was a Dynamo supporter. And Dynamos were playing some team I can't remember. And when Dynamos, they were down 1-0, and they equalized. And yes, just like that, he was on the top of on a tree on the top. And when Dynamos equalized, he forgot that he was, atop a tree, and he fell down and he died on the spot. So sad, So I would like to appeal as we take an aerial view, brilliant aerial view. Thanks once again to our wonderful ZBC TV Sports
still snaking.
People, still snaking their way through in because of this encounter. I was just talking to members of the ZRP. I call them the finest force. Please do get those guys to climb down from there, because it's so dangerous. But people are still coming through because it just shows you this mother of all battles. Ever since they started playing these two teams from 1963 up to now, it has just been a mother of all battles.
Yeah, and CNN, if you look at that drone view, without us, beating on trumpet. You've seen when maybe Man you are playing against Liverpool, that drawn aerial view, and Dynamos against Highlanders, that drawn aerial view, giving viewers, the look and feel of how Emma Gumeni, the northern goalpost end, which is the Mpilo end, right?
Exactly.
And the southern goalpost end, which is the swimming pool end.
That's right.
For you,
Which
that's
is the
orientation.
Soweto stand.
Yes, the Soweto stand. That's the orientation of BF there. So, CNN, if you look at Peter de Jong, the opening minutes belonging to Highlanders in that encounter, he was all over the show. But when Dynamo seized control, he then went to his bench to try and re-strategize with his assistant. It shows that Dynamos are in control. But the major doing also of the halftime is that the team with the momentum, it will also die down.
That's right. So it's going to be very interesting. Enough guessing. Let's cross back to Emma Gumeni for the second half. Remember, a draw for both sides will not do them any good. Highlanders need to win. Dynamos also need to win. If they draw, it doesn't do anyone any good. They'll still have to fight for dear life. Yes, we are going back for the second half. We'll be talking to you at the end of the 90. 1-1, Ibozo taking on Dimbare.
I know the other two gentlemen will be helping me to find out who has come out. Temptation Chiwanga, an attacking midfielder, Kevin Kaindu, I'm sure, believing that they can get something out of this game, Talu. Chassis.
Yeah, I think it's just to substitute. I think he's trying to get with, especially on the right side. He took off Mutasa and brought in Chiwanga so that he can stabilize at least in central midfield and push Rose to the right side. He is versatile. He can play many positions. I think second half is going to be another one to watch. Very good first half from both teams.
Very good first half as that cross comes, but it's straight to the beds. Well, we will be giving you confirmation of the other centers in terms of the results so far. So we are into the first minute of the second half, and only one substitution has been done, just to give you some of those results, or rather score lines so far. Caps United and Manica still all locked 0-0, and it looks like Chicken Inn is not roasting but roosting at the moment, as they seem to have taken a lead against Triangle in the first half. So we'll definitely be watching that one as Highlanders get themselves corner kick number 2, and so it's 2-0 in terms of corner kicks here. Pride Tafire Muta at the Mpilo end. He comes off his line to smoother this one. Brian Mlochwa was holding on to play there, and Dynamos finally find it to come through in the second half. Some bit of tussle for possession, and it goes Highlanders' way. It's been hot in Bulawayo the past few days, and humid at this juncture. Yesterday was hitting about 36 degrees, but it has changed all along so far. Well. Ross almost scored what I reminisce to be the same goal that Daniel Veremu, when he was playing for FC Platinum, and he headed past his goalkeeper to give an initiative to Dynamos to win the championship that particular year. Tafile Muta did not expect the back header, but of course to be saved there, and it's corner kick number 3 for Highlanders. Highlanders trying to put pressure in the opening stages, as Tafile Muta must have had an awkward landing, and it looks like it's on his groin, and he's to be attended to by the medical team at Dynamos. Dalu, second half aspirations?
Mandiwe, they're almost scoring against his own goalkeeper. But in terms of substitutions, I basically feel Dynamos substituted too early. I think they were supposed to allow the team maybe to play 10-15 minutes and see how things go. As you see, Kwadidzo, they're quite a handful in the middle of the park.
Yeah, and maybe just from your perspective, that substitution, Dalu says it came in a bit too early, but your thoughts on that one, that substitution that Dynamos brought in, that's a Temptation Chiunga in place of the young man, that's Wisdom Muntasa.
I think Dynamos sense the danger. You can see from the first half, the left side of Highlanders has been good there with Marvin Sbanda. I think they needed to pull out Wisdom because usually Wisdom doesn't last in such a match, and for him going up and down is difficult. So I think Kaindu, he decided to at least make a change and bring in Chiunga and put him in central midfield where was Rose, and the Rose goes on the right.
Those goals, first from Highlanders and the second one from the man Kasondo. He scores for Dynamos. What a beautiful strike. I think the fact that he could strike from that range, it could give any goalkeeper any problems, barring the ball ricocheting off the shoulder of Melikaya Ngube. But the strike itself was very, very good, Cassie.
Yeah, very good strike. I think the deflection deceived Ariel, although it was a good strike from Kasondo. You never know, maybe it was going off target, but it resulted in a goal after a deflection on I think it was Brian's shoulder. I think it went on to Brian.
It was actually Melikaya.
It was Melikaya.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
Thank you for that. And it gave it's now 1-1. Also, this game is not far away from ending. There's a lot to come. You can see
there in your pictures Kevin Kayindu, and of course that corner kick will be taken. Pride Tafile Mutsa still holding on to his groin, but we wait to see how this corner kick is going to be taken by the man Marvin Spanda from the far side. Comes in, it's a beautiful one, but cleared away, not so quiet as the Nigerian will latch on to that one. Benjamin wins it, comes in with a cross for Marvin, skies it. This was another opportunity for Highlanders, but maybe Dalu, just that stoppage was because Dynamos was realizing that Highlanders are coming in and piling the pressure, and they just wanted to absorb that.
Game management. But now, for me, what is awkward is for Benjamin to play going towards the channel. Because of his height and physical presence, you expect him to be inside the box.
The center.
Because if he crosses that ball, who is supposed to finish it? Because he is the only one with the height and the physical stature that one needs inside that 18-yard box.
Well, as we restart things with Mason Mushore for Highlanders, Rauj Tunyawa cleared away by Dynamos. Beautiful play there. Backpedaling, they'll clear finally. Finding the man. Beautiful play there from Pio. Still in the box, Dalu! Wow! Kasondo almost embarrassing. Highlanders there, Jesse.
Yeah, a very good cross from Rosengwenya there. Actually, a good build-up for Dynamos from the back. Pio finding Rose, and Rose bringing a low cross. Kasondo nearly ghosted in, but good experience from Ario. He read the match very well, and he had to come out aggressively and collected it.
Well, a throw in that looked like it was Dynamos' way, but the far assistant referee are judging that it was a Highlanders throw. That action again where Kasondo almost got in his brace. Malvin once again to the crowds there As you can see, the Jacaranda season in the background. This is what makes Bulawayo beautiful during these times, this season of the year. Going far into town, beautiful purple that comes out during this time. It's back in the field of play. Emmanuel Jalai, the captain, and Ross Ngwenya down, having been brought down by the young man that is Lakmo Mutumbi of Highlanders. He's played quite well so far, Mutumbi, in the past games that he has been introduced, and suddenly it looks like he has cemented that left back position as Chimene will restart the play. And Marvin that to Melikaya, who finds Marvin still going on there. Nyawa will clear only as far as Ross there, finding the young man Gumisai. Dynamo still in control of this one to their captain Emmanuel Jalai. Some handling offense from
I think the referee got
Marvin.
it
He
wrong.
got it wrong there, Dalubusha.
The referee got it wrong there. It is Malvin who handled the ball first.
Yeah.
And I think he was supposed to charge. Look at it there. Well, out of your pictures there, before that incident, Malvin Swanda handled that ball there.
Well, the situation being brought to calm by the referee, but a Dynamos player on the ground. Game's not to the play that we expected in the first half, Jassy. The first half saw a lot of action there. As you can see, Peter Diong with his folder there, whatever it is that he has seen. Highlanders supporters on the picture there. Whatever is being said looks like it's encouraging the play. Kasondo, the man that was brought down. And of course, that free kick to be taken by Dynamos, by Highlanders rather. Behind that one is Brian Mlocho. Mutumbi quickly takes initiative to Arthur with a long speculative one into the box. But Tafire Mutsa, with a bit of a limp, Dalu, comes in to pick it up.
Yeah, looks like that groin still giving him a bit of a problem. He is just running uncomfortably there.
As Marvin Svanda loses possession for a throw-in. But now, Dalu, maybe just before we speak to Jassy, the tempo of the game really gone down.
Yeah, like Justin said in the first half, the turf is quite heavy. So you need to do what we call game management. You can't just run at every other ball. You need to make sure that the ball does the running. But the biggest issue for me is in terms of midfield, Dynamos has got a bit of an edge. Kwatizo, Nyawa and Pio really bullish in the middle of the park. And Mason Mshore playing a subdued game with Melikaya. As we see, Raush dancing
goes
with the ball there.
Past three players. And Tafire Mutsa does quite well to smoother that one. Almost giving something to think about for Highlanders as they glide past that through Pio, as Dalu was still talking about Pio. Pio still in the mix of things. Pio turning around with Kasondo. Kasondo coming through with an opportunity. Oh, offside position. Pio had to come out of that one. Interesting gestures from Jassy. What would you have expected for Pio to have done?
Radev, it was obvious, the pass should have gone wide on the left side where there was a Leroy Mavunga alone. But unfortunately, Pio didn't control the ball and check on his left shoulder. He could have picked a very perfect pass over there. But good play though. Dynamos trying by all means to initiate some moves from the middle going forward.
And Dave, I think, like I was still talking about the midfield, Dynamos really controlling that midfield, and Melikaya and Meson Mshoro failing, as we see that action there. Benjamin, the guilty part. I wonder why he's using his hands, Dave, when he's the physical ability.
Dangerous one. Mtumbi almost causing some embarrassment for Dynamo, for Highlanders.
Yeah, Lakmo Mtumbi losing concentration there a bit, and the communication with Ariel not really good at the moment.
As Jalai will clear things for Dynamos.
Makes football look so easy, Jalai.
I think there is a bias towards Jalai. Yeah, I like the young man, but when Dalu speaks about him,
Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication.
There, that ball again, that almost caused the brushes for Highlanders. As they continue with Lakno Mutumbi, finding Brian Mlocha, who lets it to his goalkeeper. Kevin Kaindu just slightly out of your pictures. We have hit the hour mark now. 60 minutes we've played. And Highlanders still believing. Those confirmation, Brian Locho scoring in the 17th and Jairos Kasondo 20 minutes later in the 37th minute scoring for Dynamos. The Dynamos faithfuls have loved him. Mason Shore remonstrating a bit with the referee. Wow, there we go. Spectacular. Supporters from Highlanders there. It's always good to see how passionate these supporters are, Jassy.
Everything is, they are forgetting about their families just for today. They are here the whole afternoon. You can see all sorts. We have seen these packs, very big ones and a beautiful one. And there is a substitution. I think the
Ross
Ngwenya is out for Perezo.
Perezo comes in, Dalu.
Maybe he's trying to bring in some width, but I think like Dalu before said, it's actually too early because this game is still far away from ending, and there is a lot to come in here, and it might be you might need the substitutes, especially in later stages of the second half. Yeah.
As you see, Dynamos now really trying to use those channels, Leroy Mavunga, but getting a tricky customer there in terms of other.
You can see masks all over there, and they love their teams. That's why they will go to lengths to do such things. Jordan Pedra getting a yellow card there.
Yeah, like I said in the first half, this game really living up to expectation, Dave.
And exactly, Dalu, what we're saying, dominance by Dynamos in terms of their midfield. They've really, in the second half, especially in the last 15 minutes, they've been in terrific form, Dalu. And not too sure about that substitution. I'm sure we will confirm it and correct it a bit later as Emmanuel Jalai takes that quick short throw in, Dalu.
Yes, that substitution there, Perezo coming in from Ngwenya. And look at the channels that Dynamos are trying to work now. And
working on those channels, being brought down, but still fighting hard. The referee is close to the action as Benjamin is being well attended to. And it's going to be a throw in for Dynamos, really putting on the pressure on Highlanders. As you can see, The crowds are quiet there at the Soweto end, Dalu.
Actually whistling for a substitution, Pradev, because they are seeing the dominance of Dynamos in the middle of the park and in the channels. For me, I think the solution for Highlanders would be to bring in Darlington Munkuli, who's a bit combative in the middle of the park and wins a lot of balls and can really organize the team.
It is a foul there. The man that's Pio has been in terrific form and he's had to be brought down there by Malvin Swanda, who doesn't get a yellow card for that, although I would have thought maybe that's where referees give a yellow card, Dalu.
Almost definitely a card. And you know what, we've been talking
But
about
who's the
this.
captain of the day? Because Mbeba is the one that's demonstrating quite a lot. Some good laugh there from the pictures.
But Pumalanga Zigot.
Whatever that is from Dalubushe. As we see
You call them yellow balls.
that free kick from Abel Guachizo, we wait to see how he's going to deal with that. Ariel Swanda, the captain for Highlanders, watching the action pretty close. It's a bit far off.
Similar
Let's see
ball.
what Ngwenya does. Comes in with a beautiful one, and Ariel Swanda is equal to the task. The crowd's loving it. He's edging on his players to go on. His clearance goes past the center line. Dynamos really winning almost every other ball in the middle of the park. As Perezo comes in, finding Pio, who comes in with a cross, but it's a very poor cross. 65 minutes we've played, and another substitution to come through, Dalu. And it looks like the goalkeeper has to go.
Yeah, look.
Tafire Mutsa is that groin injury, and it's been affecting him.
So sorry, man, for the young man. Even crying, you know.
Crying as he goes out. But equal to it is Tatenda Makoni. But remember, Dalubushle, Tatenda Makoni is the goalkeeper that stopped the penalties in the Chibuku Cup. And so he comes in with experience. It's not that he's the second best, but he's equal to the task as well, Dan.
Very confident, Pradev, very confident. And like you say, he has the ability to stop them. But for me, like I said, Highlanders need to make an urgent substitution. Either they take out Mason Mushore and bring in Darlington Munkuli, or they take out Melikaya, because Dynamos is really bullish in the middle of the park.
As you talk about Melikaya, I've not seen him much of it, of the troubles that he has caused in terms of the opposition. Kevin Kayundu picking up the ball, clad in a badge suit with matching brown shoes. Pio, man who has just been in the second half, a serious revelation. As they come through now, Highlanders with Rouge is rushing forward, finds Beba on the far side, who comes in with a cross. Pio misses it. Msore gets it. Benjamin comes in, is thwarted in the process, but Highlanders will pick it up again through Mbeba from the right side. Dynamos wins it. Beautiful play there, Talu. Rushing on the left flank, turns. Beautiful play, Talu.
Melikaya finally announces his presence in the game.
Dynamos in danger, Talu. But the man was very, very slow in that one. Jalai wins it from Benjamin, steals it rather from Benjamin on the far side.
Look at him
brought
go.
down
Look
by
at him
Musore.
go.
Wow!
And you say I'm biased.
Beautiful play from Jalai. Mason Musore definitely will get a yellow card for that.
That's an indication that he's supposed to go. He's tired. He can't really win those balls in the middle of the park. Darlington Mukuli is supposed to come in. Look at Jalai go.
Rides a tackle but keeps going until he's brought down crudely for that matter. Wow.
What a player, brother. What
July.
a player. And they're taking out Raul.
Never Rausch coming out.
What kind of substitution is this? The most creative player
Looks
in the
like
pitch.
Mkuli coming in Reason Svanda. Mason Mushori yellow carded. Confirmation of that card, Dalu.
Yes, Pradev, but you see, for me, I think Atusai Nyondo is the one who's really not effective in this game.
We have not even spoken
We have
about
not
him
even
almost.
spoken about him. I think he's the one who was supposed to come.
The legend Matinda Ndlovu
Katazi.
watching this game. Katazilen behind him. It looked like Vege Ndlovu, former Highlanders players. As Kwatito come in with a cross. Almost heading it into his own net. That's Brian Mlochwa. And Dynamos win a throw in on the near side, Dalu.
Yeah, I was still saying, for me, Nyondo really a passenger in this game. And he's the one who deserved to go.
As Dynamos still come through now. Bit of a funny situation where looks like a angling offense. Double lounge from Dynamos. Shadrack Nyawa and Mene will have none of it. Free kick to be taken by the first touch of Munkuli. Highlanders defense really reeling at this point in time, Dalu. Backpedaling quite a lot from those raids from Dynamos as we have played 70 minutes in this game, Dalu.
Yeah, just watch when Munkuli is now playing in that role. He's going to protect those centre backs. And those forays by Dynamos are going to be thwarted in the middle of the park. So they'll probably have to switch on to
that
using the
confirmation
channel.
of the substitution. Darlington Mukuli coming in for Mason Mushore.
We called it, Pradev. We called it.
Yeah, definitely. And Jassy, it's looking poised, as you can see. Begezela Ndlovu, former Highlanders player, Samandlo, they call him, is now assistant coach at Bulawayo Chiefs.
Yeah, the Sama. I think he's done so well with his coaching career. He's doing well. I remember when he was at Greenfields, he did very well, and he did very well during that the period he was at Greenfields.
When he was at Greenfields.
Yeah, sure.
In attendance today is the man who has caused a lot of pandemonium at Dynamos. That's Marriott. But he's not seen in the pictures. I wish our photographers, or rather our cameraman will be able to pick him as we then can show you Marriott, the man who is in a higher, in terms of their control of Dynamos. That throw in coming in from Mbeba. Can he come in with a cross? He does, but Makoni does well to parry it away. And of course it's going to be taken by Enasho Peresu. Comes in with a long one. Beautiful one. Could have done better there. That is Kasondo.
Look at
Highlanders, Darlington beginning to dictate the pace to Katumbi.
I wonder why Pradev is not always in the starting 11. That's Darlington Munkuli.
Well, a yellow card there for Dynamos men. That is Isaka Mohammed getting a yellow card there for bringing down Marvin Smanda. Nyondo, yeah. Dalu, we have 17 minutes to play here. Those who could not find seats, as this game is a blockbuster, sold away. Some of the journalists that you can see from that picture. Yellow card there. Ken precariously hanging on to those advertising towers And the confirmation of Isaka Mohammed getting a yellow card. And the game really becoming a bit physical in this game. Nyondo attended to, but staying on the field of play. Arthur, what is he saying to the... I think they just want to take a pick on the fourth official. And these are some of the things that the fourth officials, I wish I could ask. Danva Mukumbuke, Mukamba, ready to come in. 20 minutes plus or less, that's when he comes in. We wait to see that free kick done.
That critical pass wanted from him. That intelligent passing. But coming to the chairman of the board, Marriott, Pradev, we are vindicated. Remember, we protected him when things were not going right at Dynamos. And when everybody was calling for his head. Now everybody is quiet about it.
They've forgotten because the team is performing.
Winning, but nobody bothers to say sorry, sir. We blamed you for the wrong reasons.
As that effort from Marvin Swander goes off. We wait to see that substitution now. Denver Mukamba, who we briefly saw in our pictures. But it looks like maybe it will delay again as Tatenda Makoni picks it up, finding Captain Jalai. Back to him. Beautiful turn from him.
And what do you say, Pradev?
I will keep quiet for now. As they cut in, beautiful play there. Still Dynamos in control to their captain. Dynamo still in control here. Can they score here? Dalu. It comes in, just hits the upright Dalu. This could have been something else. Kasondo, beautiful pictures that we see of that shot coming from the left side, Dalu. And that substitution, Kasondo is coming out, Dalu. I thought he was going to stay in as Frank Ayamando stays in.
No, man.
Kasondo calls it a day. Dalu watched that again from an acute end. And Ariel Spanda had no way he could have gotten to that. He was far from it.
Left stranded there. I wonder why they're taking out Jairus. Because yes, I thought he was going to get a brace.
Yeah, he was on a brace. He was on a brace, man.
But you and I don't train with the team. Coaches know better.
The coaches know better.
So let's see what strategy they have. But they should have put that one away. Ajiman
also coming in, as well as the man Denver Mukungubke comes in now. Can you see Highlanders scoring? Oh, how do you miss from that position as Jalai cleans up Benjamin Jassy.
Unbelievable. But what a chance gone. Highlanders could have scored this one. Easily.
As you can see,
it hit the crossbar.
On the upright there, Dalubush. And why he was scooping the ball instead of just placing it.
Yeah, very bad technique there. But I think usually when the goalkeeper is drawing, you have to lift it up. It's Reasons Banda.
Reasons Banda.
Yeah. It's
Once again,
Banda.
they hit the upright and the yellow card.
I think it's Brian.
Andrew Mbeba.
Should be Brian.
Brian Mlocho.
Brian Mlocho. Number 6.
Brian Mlocho there. Getting into the referee's black book. And of course, Chimene is not shy to take off that yellow card. So we have 11 minutes. Can we see anything in this 11 minutes?
I think there's a lot to come. The pressure is at both ends. And you can see there is the confirmation, Mukamba
coming out.
Yeah, I think it's just tactical. Denver is a favorite for the fans. is a favorite for. Oh, that's an elbow
That's
from.
an elbow
yeah, that's
by
an elbow.
Brian.
By Brian.
Sports gamesmanship, darling.
Yeah, usually when it's VAR, it's a red card.
It's a red
Yeah.
card, definitely.
But also for me, I think Highlanders technical team making it. There is my
There
man.
finally
There
is Marriott,
our man.
the man at Dynamos, showing a smile there. I'm sure he's loving what he's seeing here.
Umsolwe ngelaqala.
Yeah.
I think somebody must have the guts and just go and apologize to the old man.
And of course, Dynamos there with that clearance from Beba. Once again, Dynamos chairman or owner, that is Marriott. Others love to hate him, but he's still in charge.
Do you know that he used to stay in Jube?
Bulawayo, yes.
Yes. So Bulawayo is a home away from home. for
Yes,
him.
he's at home here. As Highlanders with Benjamin Harried is short and it goes wide for a goal kick. Well, the first half, Jassy, and the second half are chalk and cheese. Totally different things altogether.
Now both teams, trying to settle. More nerves, I can say. In the first half, at least both teams they tried to be calm, especially when they got the goals. It was up and down from end to end action, but right now it's all down. The tempo is gone. Actually, I think with the magnitude of the game, and I think also the sun is gone, it could be something very good.
Yondo coming out for Highlanders and Tendai Muvuti coming in. Tendai Muvuti, it looks like the man coming out as Marvin Svanda. It's a double substitution. Tendai Muvuti coming in.
And Maninja coming
in. And some bit of rough play there. Leroy Mavunga looks like, or rather, not too sure who is there. That's been brought down. Caps United have taken the lead. This game is still 1-1, while Chicken Inn seems to be wanting to hold on to that lead. Triangle nil and Chicken Inn 1. The Highlanders supporters coming through. The missiles coming through as well. Looks like those can rain, those missiles. And Jimenez seems to be in control of it. There is former Highlanders chairperson Udubo's Tembai. So that drop ball to be taken by Highlanders. Andrew Mbeba always on the controversial side when it comes to complaints or anything, or will demonstrate even when the ball has been rightfully adjudged against him.
Even if it's his. He got the possession, the drop ball, but he still
complains about it. 8 minutes, Dalu, to go to the end of this game.
Yeah, well, fatigue taking its toll on the players. The heavy turf, not an easy turf to play in, especially if you want to play a passing game, because it really takes a toll on you. But Dynamo still having that bit of an edge in terms of the middle of the park, Pradev.
As Lutumbi clears for Highlanders, and Highlanders with an opportunity to come in, but a poor one. Well, being brought down there. Half-time, Jairus Kasondo, the goal scorer, and for Dynamos and for Highlanders, Brian Mlochwa. That free kick to be taken there. and Makoni behind that one. Just see, we have 7 minutes. Could we see any difference in the 7 minutes that we have before end of play?
Especially the last 5 minutes is dead, actually dead. You know, the end-to-end action is gone. We thought maybe otherwise, with fresh legs coming in, the tempo of the game will change. But now it is drastically gone down, and a lot of stoppages. Probably maybe it will come from, I don't know who is going to bring it and who can make it lively. But Dynamos there, you can see that's very dangerous, especially in the dying minutes. They are trying to start from the back.
Well, looks like they've gotten it out of the woods, but not quite. As now misses that one, Dalu, but he's still in it. Some bit of rough play there. It looks like towards the end of this game, it's what is the nature of the game, Dalu.
Yeah, I think both teams are really content with the draw. This is how you see
that's confirmation, Dalu, of those substitution. Tendai Mvuti and Brighton Ngube coming in for Marvin Svanda and Benjamin Olegon. As Dynamos will now try and get something out of this game before the end of it. Prince Ndovu of Highlanders coming in for Nyondo. It's a long one. Can they bring it to life? Dynamos, a cross comes in, miscued by Andrew Mbeba. Dynamos in it. Denver Mukamba could not commit there. They're still coming in. That is a Dynamos. 5 minutes left in this game. Each minute counts as it comes and goes. Dynamos cleared away by Arthur for a throw-in on the far side. The clock at Lobengula Primary School. Former Vice Chair Modern Ngwenya in your pictures there. A throw-in by Highlanders. And it looks like a Dynamos player, that is Frank Ayaman Mondi, is down there. Some little missiles being thrown in the ground. You actually don't need all that. As Highlanders take that throw in. And a second throw in to be taken by Dynamos, by Highlanders rather. Mbeba comes in. It's a long one for Dynamos, but Arthur will retrieve for Highlanders. To the goalkeeper, who hasn't been called into much action earlier in the game and later in the dying stages of the game.
And Makoni yet to make a save, Pradev, as well.
Exactly for Dynamos. The two gaffers at Highlanders, assistant try together with Peter de Jong. Denver Mukumbuka, Theatrics. Denver Mundikumbuke coming through there in your pictures as the one-man wall. Andrew Mbeba coming in with a long one. Makoni, one of those saves, but is brought down, and the referee Chimene will allow that one to play. These 2 minutes could be crucial in this game, barring the added time. Makoni definitely trying to run down the clock. As we said during the week sports programs, that this game, if it were to conclude with a scoring draw, it would have been okay. because of the possibilities of other things, Dalu.
Yeah, Brother Dave, and this looked poised to go in that direction.
As they come through now, Highlanders. They lose possession, Dalu. As you still, Mukumbuke comes in, Mundikumbuke comes in with that one. Finding Pio roasting 2-3 men. It's an opportunity, but they will blast it, they will waste it. That is a Dynamos. This could have been a good one for them, Dalu, as they will clear their lines. That is Dynamos.
Yeah, working still on those channels, Brother Dave.
Breaking there, Dynamos cleared. Dalu in the box. Why did he raise the ball? That is Frank Ayamondo. Should have done better there. Could have done better.
Orientation.
Should have actually left Denver Mundikumbuke, who was free there, Dalu.
Yeah, actually, Pio was the better positioned one because he wasn't marked
Exactly.
inside the box, and this is why you need to scan the field every time we are in
You are
those
playing,
areas.
exactly.
Look at how free he was. So it's very important to scan the environment every time you receive that ball. Prince.
Prince coming in with it, but Dynamos will clear with Kumisai. 4 minutes of added time here, but Dynamos will clear their lines, Dalu, through Mandiwe. Munkuli.
Every time he comes in, Mukuli stabilizes that midfield, Pradev.
And you ask yourself, why doesn't he start if he... Dynamos does well to clear a handling offense there, which we had seen long back. Thought that the referee had let it go. Andrew Mbeva once again. Dion remonstrating with the fourth official. That handling offense clear, very clear as daylight.
And you
Very
wonder why
clear.
he's complaining. You wonder why he's complaining.
Missiles being thrown, and Peter de Jong there being told to go to the dugout.
Why tell him? Just give him a card.
Wonder why they just too lenient
Just
with
give him
him.
a card.
Too lenient with him.
Are we still brainwashed allies of colonialism?
That's Dalubuche coming in with another dimension. The manager there trying to ask the referee to stay in with it. Some missile throwing by Highlanders supporters. Second assistant referee under barrage of attacks there by some missiles. Highlanders marshals in the pictures now.
But Mbeba perpetrated that by his complaint.
Did Dalu.
Very unprofessional, and I've said it so many times in our sporting programs. He needs to be called to order.
Well,
Because such actions incite the crowd.
but
and that
even
is
the
not
coach
the
as
wrong
well,
one.
Dalu.
Yes,
Even
definitely.
the coach.
Definitely. We don't need such kind of behavior in our game. They are just spoiling a beautiful game that we had all afternoon.
First half was beautiful. Second half, to an extent, but too cautious. The Dynamo supporters, they're happy with what is happening. Can they get something at the end of this one? Pio against Lutumbi breaks his fall, backing it, and it's a throw in for Dynamos. A minute to go. In your pictures, Kevin Kayindu sticking to his dugout, not remonstrating with the fourth official. Gentleman he is.
Umfundis.
As Mukuli will come back with it. Dynamos, can they get something? Nyawa to the crowds. Could have done better. A minute to go, gentlemen.
Yeah, but Dave, you know, you are not supposed to show desperation by shooting from all angles and far away. What is important is you build up systematically and try to open up those gaps, Pradev.
And it looks like, well, Prince Ndlovu just having raised his foot and injuring Jalai. I hope that's not too serious. A confirmation of those score lines in other centers. Caps United still holding 1-0 against Manica. Triangle still being led by Chicken Inn, the visitors, 1-0. Prince Ndlovu getting a yellow card for his efforts. That was not necessary. That was not necessary. As you can see in your pictures there, put his foot, dangerous play, but his coach will still try to protect him. I mean, surely. Looks like he might not.
Injury. That's a bad.
He might not take any part of this one.
No, man, we want sportsmanship.
The young man should be playing football, especially at the young age, Dalu.
Yeah, let's hope it was a mistake on his part. Let's hope it
I
wasn't
don't think so,
intentional.
Dalu. That was intentional. You don't raise your foot there, and it's a mistake.
A fan of Manica Diamonds there.
Well, a bit of a frown from the coach. Doesn't look like Jalai will take any part in this game. No comments.
Indifferent fans. No form of emotion showed there, whether
Yeah.
they're excited or they're disappointed.
We wait to see if Chimene will blow to end this game, and he does. It's 1-1, it ends here at Babaful Stadium. Highlanders 1, Dynamos 1. Those goals coming through from Arthur Ndlovu in the 17th, or rather from Brian Mlochwa in the 17th minute, and of course Jairus Kasondo in the 37th minute. That a scoreline confirmation then of Jairus Kasondo and of course Arthur, or rather Brian Mlochwa. Great game that we watched. Gentlemen, before I let you go, Delubushe, your comment of the game.
Yeah, well, evenly balanced affair. Yes, Dynamos dominated in the middle of the park, but Highlanders also had answers for them, scoring there through Brian Mlocha. Beautiful, beautiful set piece. And that individual goal by Jairus Nyondo. Jairus Kasondo. What a beautiful strike and the deflection. Look at De Jong. Look at De Jong.
De Jong now wanting to start talking to the officials. These are some of the things that we don't like to see. Chief, before you go.
I think altogether the game was beautiful to watch. Great competition.
Wanting to take the limelight.
Yeah,
De Jong
but
there.
De Jong he actually is going to spoil. He was actually going to spoil it. I think he needs to calm down. Also, have some respect. I have seen also Chimene failed to handle it properly. So many times he was attacking the fourth official. So I thought he was going to take action. Moreover, at the same time, I also noted about Mbeba. Andrew was not supposed to incite whatever he incited. We always want to see a winner at the end of the day, and also whoever wins, yes, congratulations to them, whoever wins, especially in these games. But you can see 1-1 is good for the day.
Well, that brings us to the end of the commentary. I'm Dave Simba together with Justice Majavi and, of course, our man Dalubushe Bebe. We will hear from the side pitch where we are going to be hearing from the two coaches after the game. Valentine Mabugu, take it off from there.
Indeed, and of course, right now I'm joined by the Highlanders, Katha De Jong. Your overall assessment, 1-1, 1 point, spoil shared. Your overall assessment of the match and how you played, and how important or not important the 1 point is for Highlanders.
No, it's important because we stay after the game, after this important game, 2 points more than Dynamos. This point is an important point. Good game from both teams. Big game. A lot of people. Referee, excellent. Excellent referee for both sides. We start difficult because we had what problems. Then we score from the set piece to 1-0. Then we had more control over the game. Then a moment not good looking with marking on the midfield. And the ball touched via a player. En 1-1. Second half, ik denk dat we maybe a possibility had for a second goal. But then sometimes you need luck. As you general look, denk ik dat het een fair result is for both teams.
All right, coach. All the best in the next 3 games that remain for you.
Thank you.
All right, that is Coach De Jong. And right now joining me is the Dynamos gaffer, Kevin Kayindu. A point end, or is it 2 dropped for you? I don't know. But you tell us how crucial or how important or not less important the point that you've gained today.
It's a good point for us. Before the games were played, I think we had dropped back into the relegation. But this point also moves us a bit. But I think looking at the way we played in the open play, I think we had more chances, probably 2 good chances in the second half. 1v1 with the keeper that hit the post. With a bit of luck, if we were a bit composed when we entered, I think in the final third or in the box, just a bit of composure and finishing. But in a game like this, a point is always better than nothing.
The next 3 games must be very important and crucial for you. You're looking forward. What will be the style for you to go forward? Do you look at the table, or you just want to go and take each game as it comes?
We want to play each game as it comes. We still want to remain unbeaten in the games that are coming. We've been consistent. We've been scoring. Just a bit that today we probably give away an easy goal in a matitude like this. I think we are not supposed to give away those easy goals. A soft free kick where we could not have considered it, and also the goal that was scored, I think we didn't react. But all in all, we are happy. We responded, and things worked according to our game plan. We kept Highlanders at bay. They did not play their game. They are coming to Rufaro. It's going to be nice when we play at home.
Indeed, Coach, all the best in your forthcoming games.
Thank you very much.
All right, so it ends here at Field Stadium, 1-1, as of course Highlanders and Dynamos share the spoils, and of course the gap is maintained as such. And let's take you back to the studio for further analysis of Pocket Hill, where CNN Charles Mabika is waiting with the final analysis.
Thanks so much, Fafa. And thanks so much to the guys in the commentary box. And Pastor KK Kelvin Kayindu, probably somebody told him that after this draw, Dynamos had moved up. No. It's wrong. Dynamos remain in 15th. So they remain. If relegation was to happen now, Dynamos would be gone. Because bottom, Akwekwe United were already gone. Then Yada, then Bikita, then Dynamos. So Dynamos are in 15th. Highlanders have swapped places as we see the celebrations there after the Dynamos goal. Highlanders have swapped places with Caps United, who have beaten Manica Diamonds by 1-0. So Caps are now 9th. So Caps, not out of it, but almost. They probably just need a win in their remaining 3 games. But still in the red are the other 2 giants, Iboso Highlanders and Dinamo Dimbare, still threatened with relegation. Uche.
Rightly so. You summed up beyond 100% precision, legendary. Because if you look at Dynamos, they picked a point, so they're on 34. But the team that is just above them, Chicken Inn, they also have 33 points, but with a superior goal difference. And
34 points.
Yeah, 34 points. Yeah. So if they win this one again, they will then leapfrog other teams. So what it means to Dynamos, they remain on 15 position. That is 15, 16, 17, 18 will go. So
18 is already gone. Kwekwe already gone.
So the 3 positions yet to be determined. So Dynamos are swimming in market waters.
So
they're still there.
Yes. So from number 9, Caps United are now number 9. Yes, they've won, but they're still threatened. Don't be fooled. But well, at least your team now with just a win, Caps United will be safe. out of the 3 games. That's how, towards safety that you have as we see the flags. And it's good that apart from the missile throwing and so on, I don't think there'll be any further mayhem at Barberfield Stadium as we take another brilliant look from up above there. The scenes outside this stadium, I don't think we'll get any violence. I don't think so. 1-1. I think a fair result. Yes, the first half belonging to Dynamos, and maybe you could say the second half evenly shared by both sides. So, Caps United beating Manica Diamonds 1-0 as we continue to have a look at the highlights from the game. And Chicken Inn beating Triangle United narrowly by 1-0, saving themselves. But the Gamecocks still in danger of relegation as we see the goal by Brian Mulochwa, a curling one from Andrew Mbeba, the vice captain of Highlanders. And then, of course, we saw this individual effort. Of course, taking a deflection, but take nothing away from Jairus Kasondo beating the ever-reliable Mangoy. Ariel Sebanda in goal for Highlanders. It was, as it always is, a carnival atmosphere at Barberfield Stadium as people are going home now. But we were out as long as far as the scorelines were concerned. Uche headed 1-0 for Dimbare. I had 1-0 Yiboso. But it then ended 1-1. And the singing I think continues. Which the Highlanders fans singing Highlander, itivu yezuloge, and Dimbare going Dimbare, itivu yedu. Well, that's just about it. Many thanks to all of you because you make our shows what they are. Do enjoy the rest of your viewing here on ZBC TV. Many thanks to Uche. It's always nice when you're here. Hope to see you again soon.
Yeah, always legendary. My pleasure.
Yeah, right.
My pleasure, 100%.
Right. And from everybody from the ZBC TV sports crew, fronted by our producers, Bevan Shinurai, Stuart Shuriwa, Tinashe Manyoni, and Gina Gwanzura. Yes, we say, remember to take care of your loved ones and each other. I'm Charles, legendary CNN Mabika. Until we meet again, it's bye-bye for now.